You ready?
Let's go.
Welcome to the Black Dads Club. At the advice of our future lawyer, we need to let you know that everything said here is strictly opinions. It's important to do your own damn research. Any opinion stated is owned by the person who said it. To be clear, the Black Dads Club isn't responsible for the opinions of I Am Gavin B or Pastor Mike or any of their guests. Hey, we just need you to sit back and enjoy the show. Remember, it is all love.
What you got in trouble for?
Our future lawyer wrote, said, yo, you need to put a disclaimer out there. Before we get started, I do want to thank everybody. I want to thank everybody last week that gave me feedback on our audio. Y'all hated it. See what happened when you talk about parks and then you try to do something different on the audio? And I have to say this. The reason why I put it in ChatGPT, I was like, hey, analyze the audio. Let me know what you think. It gave me away. And it just had me changing to if I was an engineer, this would be appropriate. But I'm not. I'm just a regular photographer from Charlotte, North Carolina.
So ChatGPT screwed up the audio last week.
Yeah, well, it gave me some settings, and I thought it was supposed to make it sound more sound and professional. And what it really did was, Ben had a great example of it. He said it sounded very like flat versus the way I used to do it. Me and you sounded the same.
Yeah.
And that's never supposed to happen. Most people don't know Mike's mic is actually turned down. Not only do he not speak into the microphone sometimes, but I turned his down because he speaks so much louder. His voice is more full. Now I sound like a bitch. But the point is, like, and so
I'm just loud, that's all.
Yeah, and it is what it is. You know what? Let's start this pod. I want to give a couple of shout outs. Shout out to Bernard for having this event in Charlotte. Yep. It looked like it was a great event. August, sorry we wasn't able to make it. I actually had a wedding that day. Mike don't never show up where he said he gonna be at. So.
No, I really meant to be there, but I actually had something to do that day. I forget. Had something with the kid.
Yeah, you was with your kid.
Yeah, I couldn't make it to by the time I would have got there, the line would have been super fucking long.
It looked disgustingly long.
Yeah, and look, they sold out anyway. So but huge big ups to the festival, big ups to everybody that came and supported. I'm not gonna lie, this is not me taking a shot, but this is me saying $8 for oxtail is wild.
This is me taking not a shot at Bernard. This is to the crowd. Because I like Bernard making all the money that he can make. Yeah. Bernard, you will be getting a Patreon link soon to sign up. I'm not standing in line for no chicken. That's not me. Granted, I don't like fried food, so.
Yeah, I hate standing in line in general. But I mean, I think, here's the thing. I actually think Bernard has a good price, right? Because what is $40? You get 8 wings.
You got wings.
3 sides, dessert.
Yep.
I mean, like I said, it's a little tax on it, but it ain't a heavy tax.
It's not.
It's not a heavy tax.
My memory cards for these podcasts. Let me tell y'all something. My memory card, I found the brand, and me and JK we get angry every time we talk about this. There used to be a memory card that we use.
Yeah.
I still use. Bro, them things was like $15.
Yeah.
Now, if I would have went to another brand at that time, that same memory card would have been around $75. But it was a new brand trying to get market. Okay. Trump did tariffs.
Yeah.
That same memory card now is $100 some.
That's crazy.
I literally so much that when I shoot for people be like, hey, all right, let me have your memory card. I'm like, no, I got to send you the files because I never get this memory card back. Yeah, so like we're in that type of time. So when I say that to say everything is going up.
It's just add the memory card price just in case to the regular wedding price.
Bruh, then I got to wait for the memory card to get here. You know what I'm saying? Everything is up. Yeah. So I wasn't mad at that. Shout out to him. Now, Bernard, I do see the comments. They don't like you at these frat parties with these white boys at these colleges.
We're gonna get on.
We're gonna get the white frats in a little bit.
The white fraternities in a minute. Look, man, you know what? Good segue. Good segue to something we don't have on the board, right? So
I love when this happens.
Yeah, I have no problem with Bernard going to get his money from, people that are not, Afro-American.
Yeah.
So, but here's my question though, right?
Uh-oh.
No, earn your leisure. Last week they kind of got it off when he was like, this is not a black event.
Let me get the quote. That pissed me off. Some things that happen, Mike, and it pisses me off about you because this is supposed to make our group chat.
I meant for it, but I didn't want to hop on it at the beginning. I wanted to flush out a little bit. But they didn't really flesh it out, and then he walked it back on Monday.
So this is what I don't like. All right, here we go. This is what I don't like. He was upset about Atlanta.
Yeah.
So everybody don't know InvestFest was in Atlanta maybe 2 3 weeks ago?
It's always been Atlanta, and it's in Atlanta. Why? Because that's where all the professional black people with money exist in mass.
So,
and Atlanta is way cheaper than Washington, D.C.
Facts. And it's more hotels. It's less like, I mean, there's probably a camera on every corner in Atlanta, but less cameras than D.C.
Yeah, exactly.
One of my favorite jokes is one of my boys, coworkers. I don't like you niggas. Ex-coworkers, clearly. But he was talking about how he was speeding on some highway in D.C. and by the time he got into D.C., he got pulled over and it was like, yo, you know what you did 2 miles ago? And he was just like so confused because he was like, I pulled the stunt and I know I pulled the stunt, but I didn't expect to get pulled over.
It was nobody around.
Yeah, he was like, but they was like, no, we got word that you driving crazy. You too close to the White House to be doing this dumb shit. But absolutely. So InvestFest is a couple weeks ago. InvestFest is cool because it brings everybody that wants to be. I'm trying to find a nice way of putting this, but I'm not holding my tongue back today. I made that decision yesterday. For you niggas who want to be popular, who want to be in front of somebody's face, who want to seem more important than what you are, this is the mixy event for you.
It's a mixer.
It is I'm calling it mixy because some of you niggas love to be mixy.
Yeah.
You love to show up, to act like you more important, to do what you do and that. So yes, we're going to let Cheyenne Bryant sit on a stage with Ish and have gender wars, fake gender wars, right?
Wait, was she at this one? Or are you talking about?
No, she was there last year.
Okay,
right?
All right.
So we don't verify nothing about her.
No. And again, right, that kind of messes you up because Robert Smith, who is accomplished, is there, right? Or Steve Harvey, who is accomplished,
absolutely
is there. And then you have Dr. Cheyenne Bryant or Kendra G. Not saying Kendra G isn't established, but it doesn't really fit the brand for the ideal of InvestFest per se.
And we're going to get onto white culture later in the podcast, but sticking on black culture, I hate how we really we have fallen victim to socialites giving a bigger platform.
Oh, gosh. I mean, is that not our culture now? Is our culture
That's your biggest complaint about everything.
Is that not our culture? Like, that's the complaint.
Yeah, so we have socialites and we will say, hey, you know what? You know where to get the clicks. You know where to get the engagement. You know where to get the impressions. All right, bring the socialite on here and let them talk.
Yeah.
So it's hey, let's put, what's my man who used to do the food reviews in the car?
Keefe Lee.
It's, hey, let's put Keefe Lee in the wrong seat on the front row of the BET Awards.
Yeah.
Have accidentally Taraji P. Henson misname him or call him the wrong name and give him and to be fair, I don't think that was a Keefe Lee or Taraji P. Henson issue. I think that was BET trying to be funny. And probably confusing both of them.
Yeah.
And now we gotta now this runs for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Because I mean, like, if you're Taraji, there's a chance you don't know who Keefe Lee is.
Facts.
Right? And if you're Keefe Lee and you've been a fighter your whole life, you've been married your whole life, it's a good chance that you know the face, but you might not know the name. You know what I'm saying? So it's like all that is actually reasonable. Like, who the hell, like, we talking about Keefe Lee, right? Like, who know Mr. Child Time, right? If I say that name, half the people listening right now have no clue who that is. If you're in North Carolina, you know who he is because he spends a lot of time. I think he's from Greensboro. I think.
Yeah, I think he's from up here.
Yeah, so it's like you would know who he is, but for the rest of the country, wouldn't know, right? But if he was popular, you put him up front.
Absolutely,
it's easy to make that moment of Keefe Lee.
Absolutely. So you have InvestFest. So apparently something was happening with InvestFest where they didn't have the hotels and
hey, what's the move? Also, my bad. You actually listened to the pod. Apologies, bro.
Hey, what's good? And so we have those situations, and then InvestFest happens.
Yeah.
So InvestFest happens. The mayor is cool. They all piece it up. We're gonna have InvestFest. So we had a little drama before all this stuff. Because I tell you all the time, I think it's performative.
Because what did he say? The city didn't support it. Like,
yeah, he was saying that the city didn't support it, which pissed me off. But
what do you want the city to do? You want the city to put up billboards? You want the city to give you the convention center? Like, bruh, no one is doing that for a conference,
right? Who wants to feel important? Which I'm not mad at because you do need Steve Harvey, who went from.
Well, the culture has just become celebrity, bro. Like that has been the problem.
But you need like a Steve Harvey there. You do need a TD Jakes there. You do need the socialite there. And you need black people. You came into this game educating black people on financial literacy. You go to the blackest city. You make sure you have it in a black city at a black conference with only black people, black creators, black podcasters, black everything. And then you get up once everything's done. It's like, oh, this ain't a black event. And now you look kind of corny. And we got to take that into account for, hey, it's a lot of other podcasters that's out here that don't call you out when you go through your BS because y'all got relationships, and we're going to talk about relationships today.
Yeah.
And protecting those relationships. So I just thought all of it was just cornball behavior, man. But it is what it is, man. But
yeah, the calling out of Atlanta, and then so look, y'all have heard me say on this podcast, the ideal behind being pro-black, right? Mm-hmm. Y'all have heard me say, not Gavin, this has been 100% me, right? Because I don't want Gavin to catch any flack from this in the future.
Please.
But I have said, I can no longer be pro-black, right? Because I was like, when I look at what our community support, I can't support that, right? So that's all. So when he says, hey, this is not a black event, I low key was like, all right, I'm listening. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm gonna give you an opportunity to tell me where you come from. Now, with that being said, this podcast has always been Black Dads Club, and I have always said my biases, what I will Dana White, what I will push, what I will promote, is always top third of black men, right? I have said this is not a fair and balanced pod. This is not I'm going to give everybody shouts out. I've clearly said I have my biases here.
Yes.
Right? When you build a platform based upon something, right, which Earn Your Leisure have built their platform on black entrepreneurship and financial literacy.
Yeah.
Right?
I got a quote.
When you get there and then you say, but this ain't for black folk. No. You built your backbone on this, right? I am building my backbone of everything that I do on the fact that I said this is for the top third of black men.
Facts.
Right? If I was to say, we blow up, and then in 5 years I'm like,
this for all dads.
this was
Shout out to all the dads out there too.
Shout out to all the dads that support us that's not black, by the way, right? But again, that's not why I'm here.
Yeah, and shout out to y'all black dads with white wives.
Shout out to y'all too. No problem with it. Zero issues. Go where you love. Yeah. I had to get off threads. I don't blame y'all. I get it.
Let me read y'all this dumbass quote, by the way. Mike is hilarious, by the way. I like when Mike specified this is not on Gavin. And then y'all gotta look at my camera. But to be fair, Mike is talking, so you won't see my camera. And I'm like, I agree with that part. This fool said, I never called it a black investments conference. It's not a black financial literacy conference. It's a business conference. That's how they minimize you. It's not a financial conference. It's a business investing conference. I don't know why you said that 4 different times.
You guys called it financial literacy conference.
It's not a black financial literacy investment community base or no. Compared to Davos, compared to Mike and I don't know these things. No disrespect. It's not the NAACP community giving back for charity. That's nasty word. And I don't know why you just shot at the NAACP, but it is what it is, man.
Well, that was shade, actually.
Yeah. It's super interesting, man. And you know what? He said something else earlier in here. He says, I'm not even on a black thing no more. I never was on a black thing, not a black event. I seen somebody say
that's what I heard where I was like, all right.
You doing too much.
You just hush. Because you guys 100% started as a black financial literacy platform.
Absolutely.
Right? That's where you started. Like this podcast started as a black male podcast. Period.
Absolutely.
Point blank. We can't become call her daddy, right?
I wish.
And then say, no, we know this was for all men. This was never just for black. Like if you do say that, say, yo, we got the bag now. Now we gotta be for all men. Right?
Fact.
Just be upfront with it. Like, yo, just be like, hey, yo, we did start here, but now we have the opportunity to expand.
When we get the bag, y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to Mod and we just gonna buy his name. And call this the Active Dad Podcast.
Then it's just gonna be all dads.
Yeah, then we could just do that, which is a great Mod. I didn't told you need to start a podcast with that.
He
that is a
really should.
Thing.
Mod don't want to be controversial.
He don't.
He's a good guy.
He is a good guy. I saw they had an event yesterday. Sorry, Mod, I couldn't make it. They did, and I'm gonna start promoting more of the events. They did have a Praying for Dads event, which I thought is super dope. No matter what religion you believe in, you're a part of, to be able to go out and say, hey, I want to step out on that online, more kudos to you, man. Because the way the internet is set up now, you could say hello and then everybody in your comments be like, yo, why you so happy?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
it's just
bro.
like,
It is miserable. I'm telling you, I had to delete threads, bro. I was like, this is not who I know my sisters to be. I know, threads is a terrible, terrible place, man. And I've tried to clean the algorithm up. Like, hey,
it don't work.
Please do not show me, any gender war stuff. Please do not show me any relationship stuff. Please show me more, productive top tier black men like stuff. It don't. Only thing, and I'm like, okay, evidently this is just what threads is.
Absolutely. Roman, go sit down.
It's gonna be Roman go sit down too.
Yeah, part 2, right? I said that I was in the bed this morning. He ran in there. And so I was like, "You coming with me to the studio?" He's like, "Yeah." So he got dressed so damn quick, and then Corinne was like, "Oh," and her ass setting everything up. "Oh, make sure you go in there and get on camera so Dad can show you all." I'm like, "Man, that ain't what we doing around here." But that's just my life. All right, let's get this pod started. Hold on, y'all. Let's get.
I'll give you a great example. I do not do a serious business deal with any man before I go to dinner with him and his wife. Because if his wife does not respect him, and it will show, it'll be very subtle. My men will never respect him. You can't get your woman, the woman that you take care of, the one that you put your life's work and energy into providing for, you can't get her to respect you. My men will never respect you.
Yeah.
I will always be negotiating with her through you if you're not calling the shots. If she is the one wearing the pants, then I may as well sign the contract with her.
Yeah. Yeah, massively.
I can't do a deal with that man. I give you
that fake red pill shit. This is why I can never be red pill. Like he went on there. He thought he was cooking.
He did think he was smoking.
He thought he was cooking, man.
Got the rollie on, the tight blue suit.
Yeah, y'all quote unquote alpha male. Look, man. Being that I grew up in sales, one of the things that you learn really quickly is like, hey, find out who is the yes person, right?
Yes.
Like the fact that he's like, yo, I can't do a deal. Like, then you're not trying to make money. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't know business. You're not an alpha. If you're not trying to if you ain't trying to get to the bag, you're not an alpha. Like, bro, you know how many times I've talked to somebody and it was like, funny enough, had a guy last night talking to him. So this guy was like, yo, need you here, need you to work this route, need you to do this job. And he was just like, all right, bet, cool, need to talk to my wife. You know the next thing I said to him? Like, hey, what does she think? Like, yo, let's stop talking about you. Yeah. You need to talk, bruh, if your wife is there to help you make a decision, like one of the first things you learn to sell, find out who the decision maker is. If it's the wife, hey, let's call her. Let's call the wife. Hey, man. I will stop talking to you immediately and flirt with your wife.
Literally, that's why I thought this video was going.
I will flirt with your wife, bro.
Well, you know what I thought about is, I don't know how many of you red pillars actually got girls, wives, girlfriends, anything, right? Some of us guys know, hey, man, it's a bad day for my wife today. She is on one. She ain't behaving. She is fed up with me. You know what? I was supposed to take the chicken out earlier today out the freezer. Yep. And I didn't. Yep. She pissed.
You know what? Pick up her favorite takeout.
I was supposed to start the dryer. Yeah. Left the clothes in the washing machine, just washed all day.
All day.
She is pissed.
Yeah. Like go smell like mildew.
Smell like sometimes it was so funny. I probably shouldn't say this, but we was out, me and Rena was out, and we ran into somebody, and hey man, like I stopped talking around it. Me and Karina out, and we run into somebody who I'm cool with. Yeah. We straight now, but I wasn't cool with for a period of time, and he was with his girl. And I don't know his girl like that, so I don't speak to her, which I feel bad because I should have.
Yeah, yeah.
But she wasn't around when we was cool. Now that we, whatever, she's there. It's like, oh, okay, it's very hey and bye, right? They look like they was having some issues. I stayed away from over there. That's part of the reason why I didn't speak, because I'm like, oh, his girl looking like she ain't in the mood today. You know what I'm saying? I ran into some of my listeners. One of our listeners I'm thinking about in particular, I ran into him with his wife. His wife gave him a look when I came over there, and it was almost like, man, you got to finish fussing. So you need to get rid of, and I hey and bite him. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you would take your girl out and she just not in the mood that day, or it's a bad day for her is what I'm trying to get at. So this whole joke was like, all right, you don't want to do business with me because you can't get your wife to respect you. Hey, bro, that sounds so just corny to me in general. It's like,
it is. And again, that's why I put, it's like, it's fake alpha, stuff. Look, if first off, some men get off from having a spicy wife that does whatever the hell she wants.
That is true.
Right?
Some of y'all like that.
Yeah, so it's like, if I got to get the bag from you, bro, I still got to get the bag from you. This idea that it's like, yo, I'm not touching you, I'm not dealing with you. Bro, nobody's telling you to be friends. That's what I'm saying. This shit be fake. It be fake alpha, red pill BS. Because it's like, bro, what's the goal here? What's the end goal? The end goal is to sell, then I need to sell. The end goal is to buy, then I need to buy. I really don't care how his woman treat him.
Facts. And then also
That's
like
not
this,
my problem.
Shout out to my girl, because she'll be quick to say, yo, I'm not going to this no more. Me and you got some static. I ain't going, right? So you would say, hey, I'm going out to dinner with you and your wife. It'd be me. I'm like, bro, I'm blaming on any and everything. I love. Also, going to what Mike just said about him. Hey, I love blaming stuff on my wife. Hey, yo, let me talk to my wife. I get back to you. If Mike would have been like, oh, let's talk to her, I'd be like, bro, that's my excuse to get you off the phone because I don't want to make this deal just right now. That's my favorite lie. I love blaming stuff on her.
Yeah. So yeah, this. I mean, again, right? Just like man, my man would never respect you. You're a man. What are you talking about? Like this, and again, right? This is stuff that I don't want guys to fall for. Right? Like masculinity isn't something where it's like, well, I just make every decision in the world. Like it's not really leadership, bro.
Yeah,
that's not really leadership.
Y'all love sausage parties. Hold on. Oh, it started. Uh-oh.
I am Gavin B. Welcome to service. Sit down. Black Dad's Club. What the hell is the point of this podcast? Let's do it like that.
If you are a black male and you're in a jam, hit me up. I'll get you out.
Trying to save black men.
We give black men a place to be seen, a place to be heard.
Sometimes I gotta push back because be lying.
They do, but so do women. So that's what makes the pod cool.
Strap in. It's about to be fun. Black Dad's Club. Now let's begin.
Y'all want to welcome everybody to the Black Dad's Club. That is Pastor Mike Will. I am Gavin B. This is episode, I believe, 237 or 238 of the Black Dad's Podcast. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, coming in. If this is your first time listening, I want to welcome you. This podcast is for everybody. It's for the top third of black men and those who love them. You don't have to be a black man to support. You don't have to be a man to support, but you do have to love black male issues or care to engage to it
and see black men win. Like that's my biggest thing. Like we should want to see one another win, bro. I get sick of this. We're competing, and it's like, in order for me to win, you got to lose.
We're gonna get there. Absolutely. I want a couple of announcements. Please, we on the road to 1,000 Patreon subs. So I would love for everybody right now, stop what you're doing. Go to Patreon, search for the Black Dad's Club, and follow the podcast. Now, I would say this. We have 3 tiers. We have a $25 tier, a $10 tier, and a $5 tier. Please feel free to select a tier that you feel comfortable with. It is reoccurring. The $25 tier gets you way more than what the $10 and the $5 tier is. But also, there is a tier where you could just follow us. You won't get nothing, but we need your follow because I need 1,000 follows. And then you're going to wish you had subscribed. But shout out to everybody that's doing the $25 tier. Your merch is in the mail right now. Mike will schedule a time to look at your resume. But look, any support we get is greatly appreciated. We are trying to really develop this thing.
To make it a community.
To make it a community.
So we can stun on y'all like Earn Your Leisure did to Atlanta.
I won't, because I won't stun on y'all, but I will be here to talk trash to other photographers.
That is a joke. We would never. I would never do that to my community. I would never do. That is me really voicing my disappointment in Earn Your Leisure. Really, just high siding on Atlanta. Like,
yeah,
there's no other city in America that would support you with the people the way that Atlanta have supported you.
Well, that pissed me off because it ensured that unless something really, really changed, I'm never going to InvestFest.
Yeah, I mean, and not only that, how many people in Atlanta? Like, first off, for InvestFest to be in Atlanta, how many, like, out of everybody that comes to InvestFest, and we're not going to batch InvestFest. We don't do that to brothers, but we do call out when brothers misstep.
Yeah.
Like, how many people at InvestFest you think was from Atlanta, like percentage wise? I'd say easily half.
Yeah.
Easily your audience is 50% aliens.
Yeah.
Like, bruh, read the room.
Yeah, well, it's just nasty work. But yes, please sign up for the Patreon. Oh, also going right back to it. Yes, I will be talking more trash to more photographers.
Gav can do that. I don't really have any beef with anybody. I'm really just trying to get my money up, man. So when America goes to a full K-shaped economy and we decided we're just gonna do this corruption thing. That I might as well go to a cheaper corrupt company. I mean, company. Company is actually the right word.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
A cheaper corrupt country.
Shout out to all the dads who are taking their kids to school this morning. If you're listening and you're driving your kid to school or you're preparing to get them ready for school next week, congratulations. Keep your head up. Pray for your kid.
Yep.
I don't know how to stress that more than I can say that.
Traffic's going to be different next week, so pay attention, especially at the crosswalks. A lot of kids are taking bikes. They banned the e-bikes, but the kids are still riding the e-bike. They just park them up the street from the school. It is so funny.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you drive past any school, like probably like a half a mile away, you'll see a bunch of scooters and e-bikes. And shout out to everybody for leaving those kids scooters and e-bikes alone. But it is just, it's so hilarious. Like when you're just driving, you'll see just bikes just parked because they're not allowed to drive them on campus no more. You can still ride a regular bike on campus. You're just not able to take an e-bike. So it's so funny to see the bikes parked. So shout out to all the kids that have been in the rules that are riding their e-bikes up to the last quarter mile and then parking it.
But yeah, let's have a good school year.
Oh man, yeah, I think it's gonna be a great school.
I can't wait. Everybody knows it's my kid's first year of school, so I'm excited. We did a half day yesterday. He don't like coloring the lines.
Yeah, he's a kid.
Yeah, and he told me, he said, "I know how to. I don't want to," and I thought that was interesting.
That is.
And I remember, you know what got me to coloring the lines when the teacher said, "I'm gonna start deducting points," and then that's when I was just like, that's not fair. But it got me to start coloring the lines, right? But it is what it is. Let's get straight to it, man. If this was a D9 story, if this was a black fraternity, if this was any black fraternity, the whole D9 would be in trouble.
Yeah.
If this was a black fraternity story, that fraternity across the country wouldn't be operating no more.
They would
take a year off.
Nationwide, everybody would be in trouble. So I had two questions here.
And we got to tell them what we're talking about.
So we're talking about the Penn State fraternity.
Yes.
That
13 arrested.
Yeah, 13 people arrested because they're selling drugs on campus. Right.
They thought that was power.
Well, they were selling drugs everywhere, right?
Yeah.
But it was power. Like, what was it? Tariq's power? Tariq sell drugs at his Ivy League school.
Cash Doll.
Yeah. That Cash Doll?
I think so.
Okay.
And Cash Doll got a new song called NWM Fire.
Haven't heard it. Anyway, the Penn State fraternity got busted for selling drugs. And by the way, I think we talked about this a few weeks ago when I was saying that what drives me crazy about this new generation is that y'all commit crimes actually with like Cash App and Vimo. Like that shit is phenomenally stupid to me.
Mike, it's easy to do that.
I get it, but that's how they got caught. They literally got caught.
I know.
Because they just went back through all the transactions like, bruh, pay cash or crypto. Do not use Cash App to do crime. But anyway, they got caught. They got busted. So my first question was, all right, people sell drugs in college. That's not a big deal. I'm not flabbergasted by that.
Mm-hmm.
But what I was, it's like, yo, if it was black, would it be a bigger story because we make it a bigger story as black people? Like we amplify the story, whereas when white people, you know, when it's them, the story happens, it's reported. But I don't really see any, and I follow quite a few white male pods. Mm-hmm. Well, I follow a ton of pods in general just to see what's happening. I don't listen to all of them, but you know, I catch their clips. I'm not hearing this anywhere on their world, right?
Yeah.
But if it was our world, are we the problem? Is my first question, right? We're not talking about the drug problem. We're not talking about selling drugs.
Yeah.
But when we do something, are we the ones that amplify it to whereas, you know, eventually everybody pays attention?
Two things. I got to correct something. I'm gonna answer you. That is light skinned Keisha in power.
Okay.
Cash Doll is definitely, she does have a song called NWM. It stands for Niggas with Money. Sorry, I had to get that. Y'all should listen to it. I love it. This story is nowhere because this ain't about the frat no more. And that's what black people, that's what we mess up at. This story is no longer about the frat for white folks.
Yeah.
It is about 13
individuals
at a college campus selling drugs. This is no reflection on that frat, even though that's where all 13 people meet.
That's what they meet. They say they had to do it as a hazing or Russian or whatever they call it.
Yeah. And if there was a black story, black people would have ran with this. Black people would have been confused. Black people would have been condemning. This is what y'all doing on college campus. Oh my gosh, don't let this happen at
This
HBCU.
is why y'all don't need to go to colleges.
Oh, we would, if this would have happened at HBCU, all HBCUs would have been shut down. Like, I'm telling you, it's so bad. Like, I don't know if anybody that's listening has ever tried to sell drugs. I have not. But I've also thought of different ways. Like, if I had to be a drug dealer, how would I move work? All of it involves me getting caught somehow. Cause I'm like, dang, cause I'm gonna have to involve. And I start plugging in people who I think can help.
Here's the truth, like cops don't pay attention that much, right?
They don't.
You only get caught when it's violence. That's it. Violence is what brings police officer. Now this right here was probably somebody DUI. So it was probably something else, and then they got caught and they just ran their mouth.
Yep,
that's
snitching.
That's how this is how this happened right here, because it was really nothing for them to do. Now here's also the thing, right? If it was a black college or fraternity, it would have been where they got caught with 8 ounces of weed, 8 grams of coke, and what it was like 200 pills. Like that story. The way they would have flipped that story is, they got caught with Tyrone got caught with 2 8-balls and a gram of coke. He got caught with a half a pound of weed. He got caught with, a box of pills, right?
Yep.
It would have been way bigger. Drug wise, it's not really a lot of drugs. It's not a little bit. Like, it's more than what one person would consume, but it's not really, 2 8-balls and a gram. Like, hell, in Colombia, you can have a gram of coke on you.
Oh gosh.
And it, I'm saying it is legal. So it's like, 2 8-balls is just 3.5 grams. It's an eighth of an ounce.
It says one of the frat brothers thought the arrest was a prank.
Yeah. And here's the thing. Now this is another thing, right? If that was a black fraternity, now this does go back to how America treat blacks differently than whites. If that was a black fraternity, do you think they would have showed up with police dogs, full out gear, riot gear?
Oh, absolutely.
Knock the door in.
I think
there's no way they would have thought it was a prank. Let me just put it this way.
Oh, facts. I think if this was a black fraternity, this wouldn't have happened so quick. They would have set up a reverse sting and made this like a big show.
Yes. There you go.
And I'm not even going to put this on a black fraternity. I'm not going to insert nobody's name right here.
No, nobody.
If it was X fraternity.
We don't do that on black campuses.
No. But if I knew the name of a white frat, I would do it. Never mind. They got
we can name this frat. They probably will sue the hell out of us. They would have cease and desist.
Come on, man.
But,
we gotta shout out to that lady. I might bring you up later in the podcast who sent a cease and desist to me. Well, she threatened to, but I was like, girl, whatever, man.
What did you say?
She was a photographer. I called her a scammer. Not really a scammer. I was like, hey, I said basically I would never book her as a mentor. And
she can't get mad at that.
She can't, but her whole business is mentoring photographers. The gag for me is, why would I book you as a photographer when you don't have a portfolio for me to see? I don't know if anybody knows, we are getting into this place where the new scam is, at least in creatively, the scam is, hey, I no longer want to be a photographer. I want to teach photography, or I want to sell you courses, workbooks, mentorships in photography. And what's happening is so many people are vulnerable. So many people don't know what they're able to do, that the new scam is you can get away with selling a workbook over and over and over, or offering mentorships over and over and over before 15 people come together and say, hey, we've been scammed by this person. This person had no idea. So I told homegirl, I was like, hey, if I was y'all, I wouldn't book her because I don't see her portfolio anywhere.
Yeah.
I don't know why Darnell calling me in the middle of a show. And I was saying that, and she called me and cussed me out. She found my business number. She cussed me out.
Both are fair. It's fair for you to have that opinion. It's also fair for her to cuss you out.
Yeah. And then she texted me and was like, and you know what's so funny? When she called me, the joke is, hold on, I'm trying to tell Darnell we in the middle of the potting. When she called me, I told her, I said, yo, it's a bad time. I know why you calling. That's the other thing. When people got smoked for me, I know why they got smoked. Right? So when she called,
I know I pissed you off.
He go to joke. I didn't have her number because I never spoke to her on the phone. But as soon as I said hello and she said Gavin, it's so funny. I'm like, I know exactly who this is.
Yeah.
I've never spoken to you a day in my life, but I know. And I was like, hey, this is not a good time. It really, to be fair, it wasn't. Because I was late to go pick up Ro from daycare. This was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And she was like, no. And then she just started cursing. And I was just like, that's it. Like, then I made a whole nother video about her. But I might tell y'all about Dr. Colvin later. The journalists are fighting.
Who are we calling journalists here? Are we calling Stephen A. Smith a journalist? Technically, I guess at one point in time he was a journalist. He was a writer for the Philadelphia Inquirer.
He was a journalist.
Yeah.
Him and Michael Wilbon had a discussion last week or a few weeks ago. Michael Wilbon said, "Hey, you're not a journalist. You're a brand. You are bigger than journalism.
Yeah, you're bigger than journalism now."
And Stephen A. Smith fought and said, "No, I'm a journalist." Okay, well, now you
Does
get the
Stephen
award.
A. even still write? I mean, I know you don't have to be a journalist to write. You don't have the right to be a journalist.
Well, see, his thing. I don't see Stephen A. Smith. I don't see Skip Bayless. I don't see
Max Kellerman.
Max Kellerman. I don't see Cam Newton.
Yeah.
I don't know who else is on TV. Whitlock.
They're personalities.
They are all personalities. They don't have time to go and investigate, to find the story, develop the story, report the story.
And I think that's perfectly okay.
Yes, because that's not your job no more.
It's not your job.
ESPN they got Pablo already. They don't need you.
You know how old I was when I found out that all weathermen was not meteorologists?
Interesting. That's why they always specify.
You're finding out today.
I guess that's why they specify meteorologist such and such.
Yeah, like you could be a weatherman and you're just a personality. You're just on TV.
That's funny.
Giving the weather. You have no clue about the science of weather.
That is funny.
Yeah.
That's why they specify sometimes.
Yeah, there's a difference between a meteorologist and a weatherman.
Okay.
Right? So it's like, yo, these guys are like, you're not journalists. You're just personalities now.
Well, the National
Association of Black Journalists.
They gave him the 2 thumbs down award.
Thumbs down award.
The thumb down award. Fair foul.
I got a little heat for them.
Yeah,
I got a little heat for them.
Okay.
So for one, I forget who posted it, but I think the last 12 years, all of their thumbs down for journalism have all been one gender.
Okay.
Right? They all been one gender. And I think the vast majority of the thumbs down have been one gender, one race.
Okay.
So so now we're heading into the conversation where this is not about to be a defense of Stephen A. Smith, by the way. Like,
okay.
Go to our second most viral reel, maybe our third most viral reel.
Okay. It's definitely second or third.
We clearly stated our positions on. You know, funny enough is that we had this position on. It's almost like we unlocked the door to like kind of be like, hey, pay attention to this. Pay attention to this guy.
Joe Budden, you up next for what I got to say. Well, go ahead.
I don't want to pick a fight with Joe Budden. Let's not do that.
No. Well,
let's not do that.
Go ahead.
He's way too petty.
I will give my opinion and my opinion only.
But anyway, back to Stephen A. Smith. Like we've always said that Stephen A. Smith was problematic. I have pointed this out.
Yes.
Constantly for like the last 5 years. I've constantly said like the guy is problematic. With that being said, when the National Association of Black Journalists said that they gave him the thumbs down award, right? And then you look and see who they constantly give the thumbs down award to. And then when you look at how problematic Stephen A. Smith has been, he's not a journalist anymore.
Yes.
Like he was a journalist and y'all could have gave him the thumbs down when he was mispronouncing a Nigerian, basketball team name, when he was going in on black athletes, when he was going in, as recently as last year when he, went in on LeBron James and Bronny James, right? Mm-hmm. Like you've had plenty of opportunity, right? He's went in on, black women y'all don't like. You know what I'm saying? So like conservative black women, y'all didn't have an issue with it. The moment he has any smoke for black women that are on the left, all of a sudden you're getting the thumbs down award. At this point, it doesn't look like you have National Association of Black Journalists. It looks like you don't have any journalistic integrity because 1, he's not a journalist. 2, when you guys, what was that? 20, whatever the election was, when you guys interviewed Trump and did not put one black male journalist on that stage, and black men en masse was like, 1, why are you interviewing him? But 2, why do you not have anybody on that stage that will not, do anything besides lob him a softball? So when you add that to now you have a problem with Stephen A. Smith. You didn't have a problem when he was bashing black men. You didn't have a problem when he was bashing black dads. You didn't have a problem when he was bashing black women that was on the far right. All of a sudden now, this guy who's nothing more than a shield, right?
Okay.
Now all of a sudden you're like, well, we're gonna give him 2 thumbs down. That's the problem that I have. I don't have a problem. I've been had a problem with Stephen A. Smith. Y'all late.
Yeah. Well, so here's my thing. All right, this year they gave it to 5 people.
Yeah.
I think Stephen A. Smith is one of, in the whole history of this award, he's one of like 4 or 5 people, individuals. Usually time it goes to corporations.
Yeah.
All right. My problem is, and I don't know how to really say this. I don't know. Last year he was there at the award show. So I think it's funny. Y'all have somebody who's there.
Yeah.
Who from what Stephen A. Smith says is, hey, I've came to this award show a couple of times.
Yeah.
I've been in the talks with y'all. We're bringing First Take to this event.
Yeah.
Which is a big deal. Now, I do think that you giving him the award, I'm not shocked. And I honestly, I mean, you gave it to the Washington Post. You gave it to CBS News. You gave it to him, a couple other people. I think any criticism of Stephen A. Smith is warranted. Also, they listed out why they gave it to him, and it is because of his issues with black women. And
black women on the left. Like that's my problem. Because you either protect all black women, or you, at this point, you're not protecting black women. You're protecting the ideology. That's my total point.
Well, I think okay, cool. I get that and I receive that. I think with me, I look at it and go, all right, it don't even matter if you left or right. I think for them, their thing is, hey, your criticism of them, and this is what Stephen A. pisses me off all the time. Hey, it's my political views. And because I'm on the right and I'm criticizing women on the left, that's the issue. When at times they're looking at Stephen A. Smith and says, hey, your criticism of all these women has 0 to do with their political views. What you said about Joy Reid has 0 to do with her issues. What you said about Kamala had nothing to do with her politics. Like the stuff that you say just be out of this world. Now, I'm with you. Hey, there's times to say, hey, what the hell, Stephen A. Smith, what are you doing? Which is my Joe Budden problem.
Yeah.
Joe Budden, you get on an episode, you criticizing Stephen A. Smith with this issue, you talking about Stephen A. Smith, but 6 months ago, I'm just throwing out a time. 6 months ago, a year ago, you sat him on your couch, y'all had a glaze off.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like, hey, Stephen A. Smith anybody who's been following Stephen A. Smith since Skip was there has noticed this man has not changed. He just showed you the more money, what they say about money.
He just gotten richer.
Yeah.
He just gotten richer. He's been the same,
same
glazer.
Guy. Yeah.
You're right. He's a glazer. That's probably the best way to describe Stephen A. Smith.
Stephen A. Smith.
He's a glazer.
Stephen A. Smith, they say when you get money, it just makes you more of who you are.
Yeah.
Every pay increase Stephen A. Smith has gotten, he's just become more of who he is. So
when you get more money, you're going to become
I told you I'm hating on more photographers.
All right, so Gavin's going to be pettier. I'm going to be meaner.
Yes, I know what I'm going to do. But here's my thing. When Stephen A. Smith and Skip was on the show, didn't we all love Skip? Because it seemed to come off that he was more supportive of black issues.
Wasn't that the reason why Max Kellerman pretty much got kicked off?
We ain't seen or heard from Max Kellerman since.
Yeah.
But Stephen A. Smith and Skip are sitting there. Skip is, hey, I want to defer to you. And that used to piss me off. I'm watching the show and I'm like, damn, I already know what the black guy from an HBCU, what I'm thinking, right?
Yeah.
Is going to say about the black issues.
Yeah.
Why the white guy got to keep saying, hey.
Yeah, I want to hear from the white guy from, where's Skip from? Oklahoma? Where is he from?
Oklahoma, yes.
I want to hear the white guy from Oklahoma point of view.
What his point of view is, where he didn't see too many black folks.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Not off of college campuses beyond football and basketball.
Yeah. So it's like,
Oklahoma actually one of the states that would have a little.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. He said he was raised basically by a black woman.
But it's not, to your point though, in the Midwest, there's huge stretches where there's no black people at all.
So I want to hear from that. Then, all right, cool. He leaves.
Yeah.
I think I say this, they're split. Stephen A. Smith and Skip did the best on getting replacements that filled each other's voids, right?
Yeah.
Skip said, hey, I can't do the show with another white guy for sure. I need another black guy. Cool, bet. Stephen A. Smith goes and gets Max. Cool. Well, Terrell Owens made sure that Max would never be heard from again. Right?
I don't think that was his
intent. No, it wasn't. But I don't know if Max is still alive. Like that's where we at with it, right?
Yeah, Max has some solid points, man. I like Max.
Yeah, but same thing,
Max
right?
guy, bro.
You looked at Max and everybody was like, you know what? Max is down. Then we found out he was in a hip hop video. Rap. Yeah. Oh, it was over. Then it was like, all right, cool. So then we get that. Then Stephen A. Smith says,
still not invited to the cookout. Cut that shit out.
Yeah. And then so like then we move on and then we have the Mellow and Hoodies thing.
Yeah. Which
was the first disgusting thing I ever heard.
Yeah.
Well, that was the let me hop off the Stephen A. Smith boat.
Yeah, because he started becoming more and more. You always had that sneaking suspicion, like when to connect it to hip hop, not totally related, right? Mm-hmm. But when Biggie died, right, we all was like, well, who's going to be the next big New York rapper? Because that was a thing. Right? It's not a thing anymore. Yeah, but it was like Big Daddy Kane, LL Cool J. Mm-hmm. Who is it? Biggie Smalls, right? Like Biggie took the mantle, right? Yeah. After Big Daddy Kane, it was like, it's Biggie Smalls. Yeah. And then after Biggie, passed away, it was like, well, who's taking the mantle? And like low key, we start hearing more and more Jay-Z. Yeah. And then it started sounding like he's taking, hey, damn, was that Big line? Did Big say that?
It was super interesting.
Yeah, but then he did it though, right? He took it. Mm-hmm. So it's the same thing with Stephen A. Smith, right? Like once our boy, passed away, Stuart Scott. Yeah. We was like, well, damn, like who's Unc now? Yeah. On ESPN. Right?
It was Stephen A. Smith.
And we kept seeing like, okay, is he cool? We don't really know him like that. Yeah. Like, all right. And we let him ride. We let him ride. And then eventually we were just like, okay, we think he all right. And then as soon as we thought he was all right,
he started doing funny business.
Started doing weird shit.
So your weird stuff is it's the players.
Yeah, the Nigerian basketball team. You can joke about that.
It's the, hey, I don't want y'all wearing hoodies because white folks gonna think y'all Trayvon Martin.
Yeah.
It's the, hey, I'm not gonna cover Dana White. I'm not gonna talk about Otani. I'm going to mispronounce people's names.
Dude, he mispronounced Otani's name and came back and apologized.
Apologized for it. Like that was like, it was like, all right, you know what time it is. Then you say, hey, I want to get political and let me show y'all how great Stephen A. Smith is. I'm mad I got this award. And Stephen A. Smith had every right to be mad at this award. If I was Stephen A. Smith, I started just listing out all the people y'all should have gave it to before me, but y'all didn't. But let me tell you,
facts.
You know what you do instead? You go sit with Sean Hannity and then you kick in this.
No, not Hannity. Tucker. It was Tucker Carlson. Wait. Did he say that? He might have signed out with Hannity too. You're right. Yeah, like you might be right. But I know I saw him last week, and again, so it's like, bruh. I'm not defending you. I'm actually just saying that the National Association of Black Journalists is full of shit. Yeah. But then you go and go and do everything that they accuse you of.
Go sit with the Breakfast Club.
Exactly. Sit with the Breakfast Club. Sit with Shannon. Right? Like
well, me and Shannon beef, man. I can't sit with Shannon.
But here's the thing, though. On their side, they beef all the time. Do you really think Trump loves ABC? No. He's doing everything he can to get their FCC license that I'm pretty sure you can't take away unless we become a full-on, Nazi state here, right? Yeah. But he still sits down with them, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's like, you don't have to get along with somebody to sit down and go have the conversation. Go be an asshole. Go be if Stephen A. Smith and Shannon sat down and they actually aired their grievances. Yeah. Bro, that will be bigger than the Cat Williams episode.
Absolutely. So I look at it and I say, you do all this, and let me get back to it. Joe Budden, my issue with you is y'all doing all this kicking Stephen A. back in. Like he wasn't that guy when he sat on your couch. Like he wasn't that guy before.
Oh, like you didn't know he was that guy.
You didn't know.
Yeah, you knew, bro. You knew who he was. And instead of, asking the hard questions, right? Mm-hmm. Y'all, like you said, you had to glaze off.
Y'all had to glaze off. So it's like, why y'all shocked that Stephen A. Smith ain't changed? He just got more money. And here's the thing. I have spoken to people who try to get into politics. Yeah. The Republicans are printing money.
Yeah. I don't think,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't think we dislike Stephen A. Smith, right? Like if we was at a bar and we were sitting next to him, I don't think we dislike the guy. But here's the thing, though. I would say that about most people. Yeah. If I sat next to Tucker Carlson, I don't think we'd not get along. Yeah. Right? But I also don't have to sit here and say, I agree with your politics.
Yeah. And then that's the thing. Stephen A. Smith, you could talk about anybody politics, buddy.
But when you make it just one place, then yes, you are targeted. And again, that's my complaint with the National Association of Black Journalists is because you guys have kind of created this situation, but when it was advantageous for you to bring on someone who politically, I'm assuming you disagree with. Here's the thing: when I hear National Association of Black Journalists, if they were to say we're apolitical, I believe them. I'll take them. I'll take their word for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I know as blacks, you probably lean left, right?
Oh, facts.
The same way if it was the National Association of White Journalists, I'd probably still say you lean left, right?
Maybe.
but you probably be, you probably be okay with a little bit of racism, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I would understand that. So it's like, so I don't need to know your political stance, right?
Yeah.
But don't tell me that you're being fair and equitable when it's clear that you're not. And I have said for a while, especially when they brought Trump on and they did not have a black man in that panel, right? Or especially an Afro-American man. Because a lot of times y'all roll out a black man, right? Y'all roll a Godfrey out in a minute, or those other two
Shout out to
guys from
Godfrey.
Africa.
We love Godfrey.
Africa 47 Pod.
I don't listen to no Nigerian.
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? But y'all roll them out and be like, oh, I got a black man. Like, no, you don't. No, you don't. You have a Nigerian on the pod. You have a Ghanaian on the pod. You got a Jamaican on the pod. Which is fine. Shout out to all those nations. Love all y'all. Y'all are my brother. Y'all are invited to the cookout.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
not that nigga who be doing the big mouth eating food.
No,
with the muscles.
he's not I don't even want to say his name.
Yeah, not him.
To his credit, he did change his name from Gorilla Groove, you fucking moron, to Big Smooth or Smooth Groove, something like that. But yeah, he's not invited. You're right.
And you brought up a good point, and I'll say this before we move on. Trump called you out a couple weeks ago, Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah, he called you. What he said? Fucking
idiot.
Idiot.
Yeah, a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
A fucking idiot.
Idiot.
Guess what you did? You giggled.
Yeah, nothing.
So you know who to play with. And I'm not mad at you being mad. That's the other thing. I'm not mad at them giving him the award, because I believe everybody have alliances to everybody and we're not allowed to share them. And when we get caught, we got to act like, well, duh, don't you? Who are you aligned with, right? And that's what got me thinking about all the drama. Akademiks calls out Marc Lamont Hill, and their issues seem deep, and it seems. I love everybody on the Joe Budden podcast saying that they're not going to. Everybody tiptoeing and pussyfooting around the fact of how Akademiks give it up. And I know why y'all don't want to get into it with Akademiks, because Akademiks get on stream for hours every day.
Yes,
it's like beefing. What they say, don't beef with the newspaper. They got unlimited amount of ink.
Yeah. You don't beef with comedians or
people who buy ink by the barrel.
So
it's like, it's that with Act get on stream every night for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours.
Yeah.
And he goes in, he gets drunk, he goes off, he gets his minions, and he's a Drake supporter. And like, I don't even call these people supporters no more. Oh, by the way, I'm in the J. Cole Reddit room.
Yeah.
Talk about a glaze off. They love J. Cole.
I mean, I would hope. I mean, if Black Dads Club had a Reddit room, I would hope we would be getting glazed.
Yeah, they blocked. They deleted my J. Cole story out of there.
They deleted it?
Said I put him in a bad light, bro. I was like, damn. Like,
They said you.
Said I put J. Cole in a bad light, bro. They deleted that shit.
Hey, I love supporters, man. That is fucking awesome.
It is. I was like, God dang it.
But do you know how happy I'd be if somebody posted something about me and they were like, hey, man, you put Pastor in a bad light. We got to delete this.
Delete this shit. So Akademiks is mad at the Joe Budden podcast, and he called out Dr. Marc Lamont Hill because he said, hey, y'all know the tea that's going on with Rock Nation and that casino and Drake and Steak, and y'all know the drama that's going on, and y'all won't cover it. Now, I laugh because he only called out Mark. And I'm going to say this, Well,
I mean, you gotta think he probably still cool with Joe for sure.
And I'm gonna get there.
Yeah.
My issue with Act, and I want all black people to hear this, especially if you listen to this with your kid. You shouldn't. But if your kid is old enough or you run into this, don't never let nobody shame you for being smart. Act getting on there and making statements saying, yo, Mark only job is to be smart. Hey, bro, that's not a diss.
That's not a diss. That's a brag.
Yeah, that is a brag. And also, yes, nigga, I have my doctorate. Most of the time, I'm probably going to be one of the smartest people in the room.
Yeah.
And if I am, in certain rooms, it's not to flex my intelligence. It's just to help everybody, or this is my expertise. I think that's what most people don't realize. Doctors just have like this super, super educated expertise in a certain field, right? So Ak, you doing that. Ak has already made it known, I rock with Drake. Drake is my guy. Plus, Rock Nation had, they asked him some questions, all this other stuff. I am somebody who believes that Rock Nation, who's tied in with Live Nation, who is tied into all these music groups, who is tied into banks that run the world.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe these people are powerful. All right?
Absolutely.
I do believe that Drake, who, for all intents and purposes, hey, it's a lot of rappers who say, yo, I had a show in Canada. I got to the gate and it was you don't have a show no more.
Your visa's revoked.
Yeah, absolutely. And they say, yo, that nigga Drake will make sure you don't get into that country, whether he's there or not.
Yeah.
He will make sure. I believe Drake has power. Also, Drake is in bed with casinos who are ran by certain people who have access to banks that run this country.
Yeah.
I do believe this. We are talking about business that has zero to do with hip hop beef and rap beef, which makes Vince Staples' comment before the Kendrick and Drake battle started. He said, you niggas think this is about music. I hope this battle don't happen because we're going to realize more. Vince Staples is one of the smartest rappers in this world. Smartest people. And if you ever, he literally said before the battle started, he said, I am from LA. I have to always rock with LA. I hope this battle don't happen because it won't be about music at all.
Yeah.
And so now this battle progresses, and then now we got Drake throwing subs at Jay-Z, and we know this is casino fights. So you got this, and then it gets to, I want to say this. This goes back to the Ray Daniels and Charlamagne thing. All you niggas have affiliations with somebody.
Well, and here's the thing. I don't have a problem with loyalty at all.
Me
right?
either.
Be loyal to whoever you're going to be loyal to, right? But don't tell me that you're doing, or you have this point of view because it's the right point of view. That's always my complaint.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're trying to make this point of view as in this is the right thing versus saying, hey, my loyalty's over here. Right?
Facts.
Like I don't try to say that anything is just the right thing unless it's the right thing. Because sometimes things are the right thing, and I'm like, I don't want to do it. Yeah. I disagree with it. But you know what I'm saying? I would rather be unfair, but this is the right thing, right?
Yeah.
But when I'm clearly being unfair, I am not trying to sell you that I'm being fair.
Yeah.
Like I'm not. I got leverage.
Absolutely.
You're going to get fucked here.
Yeah, I don't need, Charlamagne, you don't have to, Charlamagne, we know you work or you are privy to, and you turn a blind eye to some.
He's a very well-paid shill. Like that's what he is.
Yeah. Akademiks, we know the owl has got you on OVO protection. We know what's up with that, right? We know these things. Joe runs away from certain things that has to deal with Jay-Z, Rock Nation.
I would not, and I don't blame Joe. I would not deal with anything that's going to cost me freaking money.
Absolutely. So, and my thing is always like, we got to be able to say these things. I put it like this. I probably had one of the first photography podcasts when we first got started.
Yeah.
I talked about a couple of y'all, and I know that's why some of these conferences didn't give me a call. It's a lot of things that happen. I tell Mike all the time. We talk about like unity and black all this shit. And I'm like, man, I'm in a creative space in a city where it ain't a lot of black creatives in.
Yeah.
You say something about the wrong person, they will make sure you don't exist. Hey, Black Fathers Rock act like we don't exist. I'm going to just say that there. It is a black conference that honors black men. They act like we do not exist. Do with that information what you will. Now, do that got something to do with something I just said and did in the past? Absolutely. We not even bullshitting with it, right? I understand why we don't exist to them.
Yeah.
Like it is what it is. I also understand that when I go to some of these weddings and I start seeing other black, powerful black people is from this city and they come up and dap me up, I understand why they might not be able to dap me up in public with more people. Now, granted, I'm one of those people like, hey, I'm going to say what I got to say. I don't care. You can ask me anything. I'm going to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
So when I see certain black people and I look on panels and I see a list, I'm like, damn. Oh, I talked about that nigga friend. I talked about, oh, no one ain't getting no grant money this time. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You got to find another route.
Yeah.
It's
you got to find your own way.
Look, I told everybody, I said, yo, every time they give out grant money, look up who owns those LLCs. It's public information.
Yeah.
You're going to start seeing they all friends and they all in different areas. Now, The problem is, the fun part is when they all fall out and then they all got to come back to me and talk to me about it.
Yeah.
That's the joke. So when we get to bigger stuff, I understand why some of these niggas be over here playing. And then it does get into the thing where, hey, my ops, they beefing with my employer. Hey, Ray Daniels, you are beefing with Charlamagne's employer. Do with that information you will. Charlamagne will tell you he's not being paid by Rock Nation, but he will also tell you, hey, yeah, if that casino would have went through, I would have got some kickback on it.
Yeah. Somebody's employing Charlamagne.
Absolutely.
And look, I applaud him for it because he's making a ton of money.
Bro, especially coming from where he's coming from.
Yeah.
All right, let me go through. I got a couple of jokes as we speed through the rest of this pod. Should I tell the truth?
Yeah, always.
There was a point in my life when I was on I don't know if I was on Fashion Over Men or if I was on Shein. I seen an outfit and I sent it to my sister. Damn, I shouldn't have said her name. She said, that's gay as hell. I said, but I like the shirt, fly. She said, no, that's what the boys wear.
That's what
I said, all right. She said, no, delete it. Don't think you're going to get it.
Don't even consider it.
Don't even consider, delete that. That's what the boys wear. Leave it for them.
Yeah.
I said, all right, bet. Whatever.
Now I need to know what the shirt was. Was it like never
Was
mind.
it similar to what Kirk Franklin was wearing to the Steller Awards? Kind of, sort of, but I knew, this is years ago, by the way. My kid wasn't even born. That's how long ago. It had to be Fashion Over Men. Sometimes, this is why dads are important.
Oh.
Sometimes fashion is cool, but when you wearing something and you 5'4", 5'5", and your wife, who's pretty by the way, and you are who you are, sometimes your father's voice will be in the back of your head like, hey boy, what you doing?
What you got on?
Why you walking like that? Why your hands on your hips like this? Kirk Franklin, I don't know what the hell you was wearing, dog. And shout out to the Steller Awards being in Charlotte.
Is that right there?
Yeah. You seen that shit?
Is that what you wanted to buy?
No, it wasn't that.
Oh, okay.
No.
Because your sister would have been 100% right.
It was something similar. It was sheer.
It was
Whatever
sheer.
I was going to get was sheer. And she was like, nah, you're not buying this shit. But yes.
Was it like sheer, like all the way through like the chest and everything?
Yeah. I think it was like all the way. But
yeah, that's pretty gay.
My sister said, no, I didn't buy it.
Wear it if you want. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, like you either got to be on stage, part of the Isley Brothers.
Yes,
or
absolutely. I don't know where I thought I was going to wear it, but she was like, no, leave that to the boys. And so Kirk Franklin, your Steller Award outfit, I was about to comment. This is how funny God is. I was about to comment.
Yeah.
Then I realized I was on our Instagram account. So I switched to mine to leave a comment.
And it was gone.
I couldn't even leave a comment.
Man.
Other thing I've been laughing out. Sophia Rain.
It's weird.
It's sus. It ain't weird. It's just sus. It's like,
weird.
But I think, never mind. Nope. Weird. He is willing to fight when his security is there. And I told y'all plenty of times I met Kirk Franklin. Nice guy. He raised me. So I got it.
That was the closest we could get to R&B music in the car heading to church.
Absolutely. Our pastor said, hey, don't be playing that no more.
Don't be playing Kirk Franklin.
I said, man, that was tragic, man. Sophia Rain, don't convince me you ever made $100 million in a year again. You wouldn't be doing fake boxing.
How did she do? Did she fight?
No. They had the face off and the girl bumped Sophia. Sophia pushed her and they both fell on the floor. So it was just a face off. I was like, man, this is not what people do who made $100 million in 1 year.
No, I would be so far away up in a cabin somewhere.
Absolutely. If I was her, I'd be making more content to get another $100 million.
Oh, yeah.
Clearly, you ain't getting it this year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Keefe D, the trial is going on for Tupac. Two things that are funny about this. First of all, the trial is a mess. I love Mob James, who was Tupac's and Suge Knight's security. They were Blood Gang members who was hired as security. Yeah. Let's call it what it is. They have said this in many, whatever. I love Keefe D's lawyer asking him, hey, who was at the club? And he was like, I can't tell you that. And he asked him again who's in club. And I love Mob James looking at Keefe D and was like, hey, man, get your lawyer. This is a trial served for murder. Like, this is not how that works. This ain't the streets. I just love it because when did Tupac die? 30 years ago?
Oh, gosh.
It has to be 30, right? 96, somewhere around 96?
Like 96, 97. I think I was in high school, so I believe 96. 94 to 96.
We have a case that's going on 30 years ago. So you watching people trying to recount things from 30 years ago.
Which is crazy because I could not tell you too much from 30 years ago, bro.
I can't tell you what happened before I got married.
I cannot tell you. So the fact, like, if you have to ask me, I was sitting out one of my homeboys last week, and he was reminiscing about one of those Miami trips. He's like, yeah, man. He's like, man, yeah, because we were watching football, and he was like, man, yeah. He was like, man, we went to the game and we went to whatever strip club was back then. Yeah, and I was just like, damn. I was like, that was you? He was like, yeah, I went with you. I was like, man, bro, because everything runs together. I could not tell you.
That was you was crazy.
I was like, damn, like I thought that was somebody else. So yeah, I would not be a reliable person.
Nah,
on the witness stand,
especially not for a murder.
Like you got like 18 months for me to give you accurate information.
Absolutely. And then as your son gets older and more stuff, you're gonna start forgetting stuff quicker.
I'm gonna start forgetting that.
Like, I just find it funny. Also, another situation where Vlad now is cool with his interviews being used to convict his guests.
And we should honestly, we should embrace Vlad as being the cops. We should encourage more criminals to go on Vlad program and go there and self-snitch so all y'all criminals can go to prison and we can have safer streets.
So for those who do not know, Keefe D is a Crip. That is important to notice because he was in a car with a guy who allegedly, his nephew was the one who shot Tupac. Yeah. We know about the fight in the casino. We know that Suge and them left. These guys went and got guns. They shot Tupac, killed Tupac, shot Suge, and they drove off. And they literally left and went right back to LA from Vegas. How do we know this? It's because all of these guys went on Vlad, did an interview. And because Keefe D went on Vlad to promote his book, that violated his proffer agreement. In the case, now we're able to charge you. And you've already, through the proffer agreement, admitted to everything. So now it can all be used, right?
Insane. Criminals aren't known for their knowledge of the law.
Absolutely. So
insane.
And then now they have, Keefe D was able to say, hey, I didn't go in there to promote with the book. Vlad has the actual, they was able to pull Vlad's interview where he holds up the book. And then he said, I didn't write the book. Well, Mike just told you criminals aren't the smartest. They pulled his jail calls when he told his girl, yeah, I wrote that book. So it's all a mess. Now, the reason why this is a mess is because Vlad has always said, hey, I'm never going to turn over evidence, blah, blah, blah. Because he think that we give a damn on who killed Tupac. He's playing on black people's emotions.
Yeah, exactly.
And saying, hey.
And here's the thing. We did 15 years ago.
Yeah.
But everybody who remembers Pac and was a fan, like, bro, they're grandparents now.
Not even that. Everybody knows who did this.
Yeah.
That's the other gag about all this.
They're grandparents now. So like to roll it out now, I assure you no one is 22 years old gives a damn about what happened in 1994, 96. They don't care.
Nobody under 35 cares.
Yeah, they don't care. It might even be lower than that.
Bro,
higher than that.
It may be because it's like, and then also, y'all know what happened.
Yeah.
The police know what happened.
Yeah.
They just waiting for Keefe D. And then I just laugh because Vlad, hey, Yellow Beezy is about to be on trial.
I have no clue who that is.
He's a young rapper from Dallas. Allegedly, his boys killed another rapper down there. Guess what? Both of those rappers was on Vlad. They're trying to use Vlad interview.
I hope they do because we've always said that Vlad was problematic and we had no business being on that platform. I hope they use every video.
Well, here's my thing. We need somebody to start highlighting when Vlad steps in his own shit because he don't want his stuff to be used in there. That's interesting. But you cool. Hey, man, I'm cool with the thing. And I'm cool with my evidence being used in Tupac's thing. Here go the other joke about Vlad. Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Gavin. My bad. It's in the middle of the episode. This is totally unexpected, but I gotta thank you for all the love and support that y'all have shown to the Black Dads Club. Be sure to check us out on Patreon, YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify. Who the hell is knocking at the door when I'm trying to do an ad? God dang it. Anyway, be sure to check us out. Show us some love. If you can, leave us a review so we can read it on air. Also, if you go to the Black Dads Club .org and you scroll down, you can actually join the show. We're going to be doing call-ins, letting people submit questions. Please let me know if you got to stay anonymous, and I do my best. You know, I ain't going to call you out, but we'd love for you to submit questions so we can answer them on air. Also, if you know somebody that wants to be a guest or can really benefit from this platform, please send them our way. We'll let her chat it up with them. Hey, thank y'all so much. All right, now I'm going to let y'all get back to the show. Now, who the hell up there? Hold on now. All right, I'm going to be real with y'all. The camera died. So I don't know where we was. So this is a punch in right here. Anyway, so I know we was talking about Keefe D. I don't know what we
Well, let's just finish up. And I was just saying that with Vlad, I hope all the videos are used in trials, because then maybe we'll stop going on this platform and making him popular when he has no desire to have anything positive for our community whatsoever.
Absolutely. That was just super interesting. And hey, man, I can't even say free who anymore, because I watched the Yellow Beezy and Mo 3 thing. They kind of just was like, I don't know that dude.
I mean, at some point, I would like our subculture to stop looking like it's our culture. Like, it's not our culture.
Facts.
It's not our culture, man. Like, we can't look at, 8 blocks in inner cities and be like, well, this is how black people act when the vast majority of black people live in the suburbs.
Facts. Shout out to us that live in the suburbs. Also, the Ray J and Orlando Brown fight.
I want to see that whole fight. Did they upload it to YouTube yet? I mean, I'm not going to go and download.
I've seen enough
anything.
clips. I said never.
I want to see. I want to see the whole fight.
Also, y'all stop leaking Grand Theft Auto leaks. They leaking gameplay. I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about that. Also, we need to. This is never going to happen. I understand before I say it. We need to cheapen game prices. I don't know when the last time you went on your PlayStation store and stuff. The Spider-Man 2 game is still $60.
Bro, everything is super expensive, and it's digital copies.
Bro,
was that me and you talking? No, I was talking to my homegirl. I was like, things got to get less expensive in this country.
Yeah, or like
without a massive reset. Like, we just need to be like, hey, can we just drop price on everything by like 20%?
Bro, this game is old. It's $60, and you know who my son is.
Yeah.
It's not but so many videos. Bro, I tricked him a couple of days ago. Let him hold the controller. Let him watch the TV screen. It was on the computer screen, the demo.
That's why they tried to get rid of GameStop. So we can go in there and get used games.
Oh, yeah, facts. Oh, they killed that. That junk is dead. All right. The Detroit educational system. $50 for middle schoolers, $100 a week for high schoolers for perfect attendance.
I love it.
Really?
I wish we had this when I was in school.
Me too.
I would have got paid.
I mean, me too, but this is sad.
But here's the thing. It's not. And this is why.
Okay.
Socialism exists for everybody except for people who actually need it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I get it, right? This is like, you're paying kids to do something that they're supposed to be doing, right?
Yes.
But, if somebody needs something, right? This is a great opportunity for kids now to have, because you probably can't have jobs in these cities, right? Nobody, people aren't hiring college grads. I'm pretty sure they're not hiring high schools for the most part.
Nah.
So the jobs that you used to be able to get in high school, right? Stocking shelves, working drive-throughs, what else do we do? Cut grass.
Yeah.
Man, all that shit's gone, right? Cutting grass, there's a landscaper that's taking that job.
Facts.
Stocking overnight, there's an adult working that job now.
Yeah.
Drive-through, there's an adult working that job right now. So when I look at these inner cities, schools, not just inner city schools, these metropolitan schools, just talking about inner cities, and now I'm rehashing the same fucking stereotype.
Go ahead. But Detroit, it'll fit.
Yeah, but when you look at these places, man, it is a good way to one, pull money from the top down to the bottom. Okay. Because money spends up. Money never spends down. Rich people do not buy shit that helps poor people.
Facts.
Poor people buy shit that actually helps rich people. Right?
Absolutely. Okay.
So it's like it's a way, one, to pull the money down. Two, it encourages children to go to school.
Okay.
To go to class, right? Like, so no, I applaud that, to not be suspended, right? Like it's a lot of incentives there. And it's a financial incentive, but that's humans. The only thing that incentivizes us is massive reward or massive pain.
Yes.
So like
you said that before.
Yeah. So it's like, no, I like all of that. I hope they implement it in all schools. And I hope Democrats have enough balls that when Republicans come for this money, because the Republicans don't give a fuck about, you're paying kids to go to school. They run out every fucking virtual signal so they could then be like, okay, how much money we paying? We just spent
$4 million.
We just spent $4 million. okay, we could take that $4 million from them and we could put that in our pocket. So I hope Democrats have it within them to say, no. This money's going to the kids.
So word is they did it last year.
Yeah.
For just high school, it cost $4 million.
Yeah.
So it's probably gonna cost them a couple.
Probably more, right? Because more kids gonna come to school. Yeah.
Well, it's gonna cost. They didn't do middle school last year, so you got to end that. Now I am of this. Y'all know me. What about the teachers? Every teacher, will love $100 a week.
I to your point, I think you should also pay the teachers too.
And that's the only thing. I mean, I wish it was that. Now, here's the other thing I wish. So they put it on a gift card, and you get it. I would wish at the end of the year you got the money, but if you're gonna do it every week, that builds trust. Because if I'm a kid, hey man, I ain't see that money anyway. I mean, cool, bet you every week can make you come back the next week. You know what I'm saying? But like if it's like, hey, at the end of the year, you know, then they'll find stipulations that you won't get your money. Hey, you got suspended too many times, you don't get this money, or you didn't take your test, or whatever. You got a parking issue, whatever the case is. Also, I wish there was some way to roll this money over into, if we got kids into, what you call it? What's CP? Community colleges?
Community
because when I was in school, it was the first year that if you were 16, you could start going to community college, right? But then the joke was if however many classes you took, you got money for your books, you got reimbursed for the class. You got so much money for the class or whatever, right? So you got books in class. So I knew a bunch of people who went to public school. They were getting in their account. They got a refund. It was like $1,500.
Yeah.
So kids knew just to sign up. And then what ended up happening was kids just started dropping the class once they got their money.
They got their money.
They refund, right? So CMS stopped giving the kids the money. Then it was just like, you got to go to class. You got to pay for your books. We'll refund you. We'll pay you back for the books or whatever. And if you could figure out a way to get more kids into college classes, I think that'd be dope too.
That would be. I mean, college classes, trade, all. Because here's the thing, right? We know, like large language learning models is going to be a thing, right? That's going to be a thing. AI is going to take out a lot of entry level jobs. It won't for a while.
Yeah.
But a decade from now, the same way we use search and we're transitioning from search to AI, right? At one point in time, there was no search, right? Like you had to go to school and you had to go to, I don't even remember what it's called anymore, card catalog, right? Oh. You had to go to the card catalog, you know, which uses the Dewey Decimal System. That was the only way to research, right?
And then you had to read and then find out you were reading the wrong book. That was the greatest part,
right? So that was a way of learning. I know somebody listening right now saying,
"What is the Dewey Decimal System?
The card catalog? What are you talking about?"
Once you said the Dewey Decimal System, I'm like, all right, now I know what he's talking about. I don't know what the other shit is,
right? But what killed that, right? Search killed it, right? And at some point it's going to be the same thing, right? Like, but we thought that was going to kill libraries, right?
Yeah,
it didn't kill libraries, but it kind of lessened our reliance on libraries. AI is going to do the same thing, right? It's going to lessen, that need for somebody to kind of explain something to you. Right? You're going to have something right here that can teach you anything, which is crazy, and I love it.
Yeah.
Right? So we're going to have to try to figure out a way to transition the jobs, right? We used to have, like I said, you used to be able to have the drive-through job. If your parents didn't care if you was at work at 11 o'clock, you used to stock shelves, at grocery stores. And it's like, you don't have that anymore. I think this right here, everybody wants universal basic income. I'm anti that unless we put which very anti-capitalism, but unless we put cost controls in, I'm anti-universal basic income. But I think when you are dealing with young people that do not have jobs, I do think that you need to have more places that gives people money when they can't have work. Because if you have people that can't find work and they need shit, that's where crime comes from, folks.
Absolutely. That is exactly where crime comes from. I was like, oh, I already know where this is going. All right, hold on. The GOAT.
You are one of the 2 or 3 biggest faces that Nike has ever had representing the brand. You've been with Nike for 2 decades. Obviously, Nike has gotten a lot of coverage. The stock is down. The culture don't love it the same. How does that feel for you with your position at Nike? And what do you think you can do, and in general, that Nike can do to start to think about the feedback that they're seeing, not just from the stock market, but from the people?
You got to get back into the roots. You got to get back to being out in the inner city, having runners. How it was when I was coming up, you had people that was literally out in the communities talking to these younger generations, asking them what they like, what they don't like, how do they feel about this, how they feel about that. Like, there's a responsibility as a Nike athlete to rule supreme.
Y'all know this is my guy, right?
LeBron be full of shit.
I
love LeBron.
Y'all know this is my guy. This is like my dude, man. Like if I had a taller, older brother, it would be LeBron, even though I'm older than LeBron. Like LeBron is my guy.
And Ez act older than you and he taller.
Yeah. So LeBron is clueless on this, bro.
He is.
He is clueless on this, bro. You are in such an echo chamber. Like you have no, bro. You look, when he said that, one of the things that I thought about was, I was like, Nike merch, and by the way, Nike, I just bought my son some t-shirts, so don't I still buy your shit.
We both wearing Nikes now.
Yeah, we both wearing Nikes now. But let me be clear, when it comes to like actually, like if you want to style, you wear Nike. If you want function, you don't wear Nike, man.
Facts.
You don't wear Nike. If you like my first pair of walking shoes that I had when I started running, this is years ago, right? Bought a pair of Nikes, the worst pair of shoes I ever ran into my life. Since then, I have had New Balances, Brooks, Haku, and Asics.
Yeah.
Right? Guess which one Nike is better than?
Which one?
None.
Oh, I bet. Because they all running shoes.
Yeah, none. So, but here's the thing. Even Nike running shoes, right? Your product is shit. When I hoop, I used to wear Nikes when I hoop. I don't hoop anymore. I'm too old now, right? But when I used to hoop, I used to wear Nikes. And then it was a small company that started making a shoe. And I bought them because I was like, oh, it's cheap.
Yeah.
I just need a pair of basketball shoes. And then every time I hoop going forward, I was wearing Under Armour. This before they signed Steph Curry, because they did the same thing that Nike did after they signed Steph. They shoes went to shit.
Yeah.
But Under Armour basketball shoes, like 2 years after they became, it was the best basketball shoe out there. Football cleats. All the kids was like, yo, you would wear Nikes if you wanted to look cool.
Yeah.
But when Under Armour came out, motherfuckers was like, yo, these cleats fit way better than Nikes.
LeBron, I'm going to shoot you some bill. You have been how do we say this? He's been groomed for the spotlight since he was 16.
Yeah.
Whenever LeBron's put his hands together and he does this, he's lying. I want everybody to watch any LeBron interview. Whenever he put his hands over his mouth.
Whenever he started doing that, he's lying.
Yeah, and that he is lying. LeBron, what book are you reading? Well, I've been reading. You lying.
Hey,
LeBron,
man,
how you feel about
you
that
might
call?
want to play poker, man. That's a good tell right there.
That's why when he started doing this, I'm like, oh, this nigga about to lie.
Yeah.
It's about to be a good one too. LeBron, I've been a kid longer than you, LeBron. We've been a kid the same amount of time. The point is this, LeBron.
Nike merch is trash.
What's not even that? You've never seen a Nike executive in the hood talking to runners saying, hey, what y'all like?
Bruh.
That don't happen.
Or
That's
anybody.
Anybody. Also, all of y'all have designers.
Yeah.
There's a designer. And if you ever watch one of these signature shoes get unveiled, you see the athlete who it's for and the dude who designed it, and they talk about the process. Now, it's up to y'all. I don't know if that was my kid or not. It's up to y'all to believe if they really work with the athlete on the shoe, right? So I say
probably on the shoe that the athlete wears.
Yeah, well, it's their basketball shoe.
But the shoe we get, we know it's printed.
Well, yeah. So it's like when they talk about the designs and everything, also, hey, we know what happened. A lot of Nike designers went to Adidas when Ye was over there because Ye, that was a thing. And then they started going to other brands and start working on shoes. So we do that. Nike is not where it is right now. The shoes are too expensive and everybody feels as though the quality has went down.
Quality has went way down on Nike products. Like even when Tiger was golfing, it was like a running joke in golfing circles that how the hell is this guy winning with Nike clubs? Because his clubs are trash.
Well, his probably not.
You're probably right. It's probably somebody else's club and Nike just stamped it because they knew how trash it. I'm telling you, as someone that actually, walked hundreds of miles, a year. The one product that Nike was founded on, right? Nike started as a running shoe company. You should be the best at this.
So apparently the best Nike running shoes are the ones that's like $200 something. And then the thing is, nobody's going to buy those because you can get the cheaper. You can get a different brand that's
well. You can get
same
Brooks. You
quality.
can get Brooks for 150. And I'll say this: the Hakus, right? By the way, great shoe, great walk shoe. They wear down way too fast. Like I can't pay $200 for a shoe that's gonna be going 100 miles. Like, that's insane.
So I look at it and I go, hey man, look, you talking to a guy who loved Jordans.
Yeah.
I've definitely gotten Jordans and I've definitely felt replica Jordans. They feel the same. And that's where we're at right now, where it's like, hey, we know y'all shutting down the factories that's selling y'all replicas and just rehiring everybody to make the same damn shoe. And then you making Jordans now, what used to be 160, then when they got the 180, everybody was like, all right, cool. Now them shit's 240.
250, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, it's the same thing. Right now, I love Dunks. Part of the reason why I love Dunks is because they're $110. Those are like the only shoe where it seemed like Nike gives a damn, and they like, all right, we could just make any type of shoe.
Yeah.
But I was on Nike last night, literally, and Dunks was 170. And I'm like, what are we doing? It is what it is. But that's super funny. Snowfall, the reboot is coming back. I was laughing when you did put this in a group chat. Because I was like, oh, he didn't know. Like, that was always supposed to happen.
Yeah, I didn't know. Hey, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think it's dope. Now, you talking to somebody, I quit on Snowfall season 2. I ain't gonna lie to you. I quit every show in season 2.
So I actually made it to Snowfall. Now, I can always tell when it's like, all right, you've lost writers in the show. So
well, John Singleton died, so
yeah, and it kind of quality kind of fell off a little bit.
Yeah,
I am interested in this the reboot with what's the guy name in the show? What is the show guy's name?
Oh, I don't know.
Anyway, he's coming back. Him and his girlfriend, right?
Yeah, it's Franklin's best friend.
Yeah. So I do like it. I think Franklin's probably gonna have some appearances. So I think that'd be cool too. I think he will. I think he has to because he's not dead.
He's not. He's a crackhead running around.
Yeah,
and that's what pissed me off because we know who the show's about, and the real Rick Ross is not a crackhead. He never was on drugs.
We can't say this is about Rick Ross.
It is.
It is.
It is 100%. The fact that Rick Ross said, "Hey, I had a meeting with John Singleton about my life."
Yeah. We know that that's not the case. But I guess it was like, hey, do you want to lock him up or do you want to make him a crackhead? What this is my interest though. I wonder if they're going to work in. I mean, obviously you can't work in NWA exactly.
Okay.
Into the show, but I'm wondering are they going to work in like LA music into the show? Like, is that what this is about? Because if it's about to be that, like if you about to tell that story, that's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I am interested to see what's going to happen. And you know what? Only reason why I stopped watching just because I feel bad when I get behind on shows and I'm like, damn, everybody already talking about what's going on.
That's why you just supposed to play it, man. While you sitting there editing, you just have it in the background.
Judge Mathis only, man. I am interested to see. It looked good. It looked visually. I am that guy who watches certain shows and I'll be like, it looked good. Yeah. Speaking of a movie that looked good, that was awful. I finally broke down and watched the Michael movie. Janet Jackson, they owe you an apology. You should fight your brother. I love us not mentioning Janet Jackson throughout this whole movie. And they only talking about LaToya. The reason why I love that is because in American Dream, I think LaToya didn't want her name and likeness using that. So they don't even address LaToya in the first one.
Yeah.
You know, this. Now, to be fair, it's funny. I'm killing this movie in the group chat. And Ryan goes, what did you expect? Like, what would you? And I was like, you know what? Nothing. I
think we want a Michael Jackson family story, right? Like,
so we got that in American Dream, though.
I have not watched. Is that this movie American Dream?
No, the first one, the long one.
Oh, back in the day.
Back in the day, yeah.
Okay, but we got so many rumors like this wasn't true. This wasn't true. I think what we want the Jacksons to create a Jacksons movie, right? So I want LaToya, Janet. I can't remember all their names. Anyway,
Jermaine, Tito,
we want all of them to come together, write the movie, right?
I don't want them to write shit.
I mean, not write it, not literally write it, but like tell the story, narrate the movie, right? Tell the story and give it to us in y'all words, and then we watch it. Because you could do the Jackson, bruh. It is one of the most talented music families, if not the most talented music family of all time.
It is from Gary, Indiana. At all places.
Yeah, like that story deserves to be told, bro. Like that, like I mean, we're talking about a family where every single kid became a celebrity in music and somewhere in their own right. Right?
Yeah.
that story deserves to be told, right?
What it reminds me of, I don't know which family is more dysfunctional, them or the Bus family. You know what I'm saying? Who's the most dysfunctional family? The Jacksons or the Bus family? Like, it's one of the things that hey, none of us can't agree on something. And so the greatness can't be told. And the Bus family, we'll get to y'all in a little bit, but y'all pissed me off because y'all ruined a good show just for y'all not to even own the damn team no more. But you know, it is what it is.
Gosh, that show was so good.
It was
Showtime.
Until they shut it down.
Yeah, they shut it down.
And I watched this. First of all, let me tell y'all what's wrong with this Michael Jackson movie. Joe Jackson is ugly as hell in here, and I don't understand. It's bad makeup. It's they tried to.
Well, they probably tried to make him ugly, right? Because if you got to make him a villain.
You did, but they pussyfooted around that. He only whooped Michael twice. He didn't whoop nobody else. We know that wasn't the case from at least the first movie into what's going on, right?
I know what the problem is.
What?
It needs to be a miniseries. They keep trying to make it a movie.
Oh, yeah.
It needs to be a miniseries.
Because the first movie is how many hours?
Like
6? 5 or 6?
Yeah.
It's a long movie.
It's a long movie. It needs to be it's a story that needs to be told. Matter of fact, I did not think this was going to be good, but it ended up being really good. It was on Netflix where it talks about the Queen of England. What was the show? It might be called Queen or whatever. But it went through her whole life, bro. So it went through seasons of explaining what it took for her to become the queen, of England, all the way up to the end. The Jacksons need a story like that. And you got to hire the writers. You got to hire the actors and actresses. They have to stay on for the full duration. It's probably a story that would probably take like 7 seasons to be told.
So the first one was 5 hours.
Yeah.
This one is right at 2. And this goes from it's so fast.
Yeah.
It's literally, it ends at Bad.
Yeah.
It ends at that album. And it starts at when he's like 8.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right. And then they skip quick. They skip. So they like, it's him as a kid. They get signed. He meets Berry Gordy. Look, this is how great it is. He's 8. He meets Berry Gordy. He makes Off the Wall. He just tells them, hey, I want to make an album where every song is basically a single. And then it's the Bad concert and it's over.
Yep.
And it's like, it's so fast. They made Michael weird. They made him so soft that I was just like, what is going on? Like, I've always known Michael Jackson, to be soft-spoken. Here they made him soft. So soft-spoken that they made him soft. This nigga went to his brothers who are all outside playing basketball. He says, hey, y'all, do y'all want to play board games? They say no. You know what Michael started doing?
What?
Playing Twister with Bubbles.
And see, and again, right?
Twister with the monkey.
And I don't even think Michael is soft in real life. Like
he was a Crip. I don't know why we keep running from that. And that was the biggest joke. He's watching TV. The Bloods and Crips just killed somebody. He calls his agent and says, hey, bring them together. They meet in a warehouse and he shows them his dance moves from Thriller. And that was like, what did we?
Yeah. I want the Jackson family. I want them to authorize a series. Because again, it's a story that deserved to be told. Because like when I was, a young kid and I cared about, the Jacksons, right? Because, Michael Jackson was my introduction to the Jackson 5, right? Mm-hmm. It's in the 80s. I'm a kid. Yeah. So I didn't know that there was a Jackson 5, right? But when I got older, I was just like, oh, wait. So he was a part of another group?
Yeah.
And he was the youngest in it? Where are they at, right? So like for a long time, I'd be like, damn, where are the other guys at, right?
Yeah.
So I would love that story to really be told by the Jackson family because it's so much that women like what were they doing when Mike was a star, right? Like were they supporting him? Were they hating him? Were they were they often just in the Mediterranean just doing coke and and hitting models? Like I want to know.
And then you know what's funny? I hate this, and it was my same complaint about Spider-Man. So many different things y'all just brushed over. Like him going to the doctor and realizing that he got vitiligo.
Yeah.
That was only like 10 seconds of the movie. He just look at his wrist, his skin is splotchy. They never revisit it again.
Yeah.
So by the time Bad comes out, he my complexion. It's like, all right, what the hell just happened, right? They didn't talk about how he didn't have a childhood, so that's why he loved toys and part of it was, hey, him getting burned and being at the burn unit and seeing so many kids who had. That would cause him to be like, hey, I want to go start spending time with kids and stuff like that, right? They barely touched on that. No, what we got to do? Oh, him going to the doctor and the doctor telling him, You don't need to fix your nose. You look great.
Yeah.
And him telling the doctor, no, this is what all the celebrities do. I want to do. And that just started him down this long list.
And we need the Diana Ross part.
Well,
I ain't gonna go deep into that, but I'm just saying that lore.
Look, it was
that lore is loring.
It was interesting as a movie. It was just like, yo, this is so fast.
Yeah.
And don't think this is the movie to get you in the mood to get some ass right afterwards. This ain't.
I can't think of any movie that has put me in the mood of getting ass afterwards.
That's true. You just got to just do it. Sports section. Look, CeeDee Lamb and Von Miller. This gonna get interesting.
No, they ain't sound like they got a lot in common.
Definitely be interesting. Jenny Buss is trying to read.
They like the same things from what I hear.
Hey man, this is good. This is probably the last year the Cowboys probably got before they just got to break this whole shit up.
I mean,
and baby mama's gone.
There is a question there. There's a better question. Like, could you work with the guy that is boinking your baby mama? That is a good question. Could you work with that guy?
Von Miller play linebacker, right? Oh, I'll wait for CeeDee Lamb to come across that middle.
I mean, bro, I don't think you could be mad at him, bro. I don't think you could be like,
nah, and probably
because you're there for the money, right? You there for the check,
and he probably already know.
Yeah, like you there.
I think a lot of dudes be knowing that. All right, I know the dude who my girl with, and then you just waiting for the shoe to drop for it to come public. I had a nigga who dapped me up who was smashing my old work probably about 3 weeks ago.
Boy, my heart dropped. Let's go to the next side. I thought you were about to say something else.
Nah, my girl, y'all would never. Boy, I come on here shooting her head off on this podcast. I'll be tearing her.
Oh my gosh, I did not drop that.
Mike scared.
Did you see it's a white girl that's rapping along with a rap song that her ex wrote as a diss song for her? The shit is hilarious. Dude slid. I ain't even gonna lie.
Oh, gotta send it to me.
The fact that she knows all the words though makes it even more hilarious.
I've been watching This Is Not Funny. I've been watching the videos where the dude go up to black people and make them read an index card. It's not.
That is not funny, man. But look, a lot of those words, y'all.
Some of them do be. I'll be like, oh, I'm glad you didn't give me that. Now, one time he showed one dude the card. He's like, I ain't reading this shit, and just threw the card.
Yeah.
And then one time a girl, she read it and she was like, yeah, I ain't no dummy. You could tell. And I gave her credit because as soon as she read it, you could tell she was drunk as hell. So she had to concentrate to get it out. And she got all the way through it easily, but it was super funny. The Buss family, Jenny Buss said, hey, I'm the governor of this. I did not sign off on us to sell our last 20%.
Brother said, they'll need you. Didn't need you.
Well, her brother and her sister. Remember this one other sister?
Oh, yeah.
Now, I did not know Dr. Jerry Buss had so many kids after them. Because we know about the first 4. But he has like either 2 or 3 other sons after this. So it's like a total of like, it's either 6 or 7 of them. But we knew about the first 4. And at the end of winning time,
I can't say I really knew like how many kids he had.
Well, we knew about the first 4 because that was with his first wife. And then I want to say it's definitely 2. I want to say it might be 1 more that he had with the second wife that they showed us in winning time. It's just super interesting there. I'm going to just say it like this. This is once again why you don't give your kids something.
I mean, you can give it to them. You better trust it and lock it up so they can't sell it and they can just, receive the benefits from it.
And I love y'all who are now posting like, this is what you're supposed to do for your kids, which you are. You're supposed to get an asset, give it to him, because apparently he bought the team for $63 million. Everybody got cashed out, or everybody will be cashed out after all the sales of, after taxes, $500 million. That's a beautiful thing. Now to know
so each kid would have like a $500 million. That's not more than ever, $12 billion. How many kids he got?
Well, you got to think. No, remember they sold 60% off to the 10.
Oh, got
so
you.
It's just off the evaluation.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? So apparently, whoever the dude is, he already owned like a portion of it.
Yeah.
Then
Mark, he having to sell off a bunch of stuff because he's in some other hot water right now.
He is. And so he bought 60% of it. They kept the 20. Now they sold, and then apparently what was supposed to happen was every year they was going to give him just a little bit more percentage wise. Yeah. So now they trying to give him all of it so he can give it all to
whoever he owe.
But it's just interesting
the
there.
banking cartel.
Shout out to the NBA for finally doing what they were supposed to do and just say, hey, we can't find proof that Ballmer did anything wrong.
Hey man, what did the NYPD always used to say? Like, hey, we've investigated ourselves and found no wrongdoing.
Look, this is beautiful. NBA, It's okay.
They didn't have a choice, man.
Yeah,
because here's the thing. You can't force a sale right now.
You can't.
Because if you was to force to sell, because like the last team that they forced to sell for, was that Phoenix?
No, the Clippers. They forced him to sell.
But didn't Phoenix owner also have to sell?
I don't think they forced him to.
Let's see here. Phoenix. So this is why we need a producer.
Ben. Because the last team that was sold was the Grizzlies. They was over New Orleans.
They did not pressure him. Matter of fact, not only did they not pressure him, they just wrote an article 11 hours ago. Phoenix owner might be pressured to sell his NBA franchise after Mark Walters LA. So no. The last owner, Robert Saver. So it wasn't like a real force like Sterling, but they pushed Robert Saver out.
Yeah. When they was going to the finals.
Yeah, it was something that he did or whatever.
Damn, I forgot what he did. Yes,
that he ended up getting pushed out. So here's the thing, right? The NBA, if you force a sale and the valuation drops on any of these teams, like or if nobody comes to buy it, it kills you. It kills your league. Yes,
I remember that because they went to the finals and the next year they had a new owner and he was just like, all right. Y'all gotta go. Katie gotta go. See, and absolutely.
So how many times you gonna do that in your commissioner, era, bro? Like, I mean, after a while, just you ain't got control of your league. Yeah, you're a terrible commissioner.
It's super interesting. Ballmer, it is what it is. Now, I do want to see what the league is gonna do with Kawhi.
I mean, because they're going to under the rug, bro.
You're gonna have to,
and you can't blame Kawhi if you can't attack. No. I mean, you can.
You can, but no, I'm with you. You can't. Like, what are you gonna do? My owner come up to me and say, "Hey, bro, I got $50 million from you for
my billionaire owner." I mean, Steve Ballmer is
the
worth
richest
what?
owner.
Yeah, is he
in all sports?
50, 70 $billion?
Yeah, he the richest owner in all sports.
Yeah, like you're not telling him what to do.
Yeah, Adam Silver won't exist 6 months. I do laugh about this whole Jenny Buss thing. Well, the whole Lakers thing. Apparently, I don't know. I saw it on a podcast. I don't know if it's true or not. Blame Club 520 if it is true. They are saying that if it's not true, excuse me. They are saying that Ohtani's contract says that if the owner, the dude who's selling the Lakers, if he's not on the board or whatever, he's forced to sell his part in the Dodgers, Ohtani automatically becomes a free agent. I think that's super interesting. And I want to know why.
Well, here's the thing, though. I mean, would Ohtani make even more money, though, is the problem.
Probably so. And that makes why they kept saying he do not have to sell his stake in the Dodgers. Yeah. When this came out, I was like, this is interesting. Why do they keep mentioning the Dodgers or whatever? It seemed like LA is all corrupted, but I love it. Hey, where the fantasy leagues at? I need to talk. If y'all want to do a Black Dads Club fantasy league, me and Mike been talking about it. We might need to do that.
We could probably set a free league up on ESPN, and we could even throw a first prize there. Which one do first prize? $100?
No, we did like 400 or something. We made everybody pay 50 to get in. We broke it all down, but we can figure something out.
Yeah, I was just gonna do one Black Dads Club and just run it.
Last thing before I get to this NBA Dads video, or we talk about it. Is Russell Wilson a top 5 point guard?
Russell Westbrook?
Westbrook, sorry.
Russell Wilson, no. Russell Westbrook, I would say off the top of my head, top 10 easily. Top 5, it gets a little bit difficult because top 5, you're really talking about Magic. You starting there, then you're going to
Steph,
Magic, Steph,
Isaiah
Thomas.
This is when it get interesting.
John Stockton.
So you got John Stockton over Russell Westbrook?
I mean, like when I'm talking about point guard, when I'm talking about like somebody running my team, like low key. I mean, I know y'all don't like to give Bob Cousy like players credit, but John Stockton was kind of that dude.
John Stockton was really that dude. Yeah, no kind of.
Yeah, he was really that dude. So that's what I'm saying. Now you're in that. Who do you want to run your team, right? Do you want a Jason Kidd like point guard, or do you want a Russell Westbrook type point guard? So that's what I'm saying. So I like top 10 easily, because because when you get to that the rest of the top 10, right? I mean, I get to argue, is Jerry West point guard, is he a combo guard, right? I get to argue
if AI,
right? You know what I'm saying? And I think he's in that range where it's like. Now you can start having a conversation. I think the top 4, I don't think he beats them. Like if you just be like, Mike, I know it sounds crazy, right? But who do you want to run your squad? John Stockton or Russell? I'm not even hesitating. I'm saying John Stockton.
Yeah. We had this conversation. Somebody asked me, is he a top 5? And I was like, no, but I could see why you would put him 5.
Yeah.
But I tell everybody, we at a park right now, and that park is CP3, Jason Kidd, Westbrook, Kyrie, and Steve Nash. Steve Nash is getting picked up last. I'm going to let y'all know that right now.
Absolutely.
Outside of Steve Nash getting picked up last and Dame Lillard, I think Russell is getting picked up last as well. I think if you have a choice between point guards between him and Kyrie, I think you're going to pick Kyrie. I think if you have a choice between him and Dame Lillard, you're going to pick Dame Lillard. I think if you have a choice between him and CP3 and you running my team, because Dame and Kyrie better scorers than Westbrook.
And I think that...
And passers.
And I think also it comes to this, like, you know, the player versus the career, right?
Yeah.
Because, Russ have had a better career than most of the guys you just named.
Absolutely.
Right? But to your point, though, right? Like, if you had a choice between... If you knew Kyrie could give you 2 seasons, 75 games a season, right? Mm-hmm. You're choosing Kyrie over Westbrook. But you probably not getting 2 seasons of 75 games a season out of Kyrie.
But
so you know what I'm saying? So the correct answer in that case would be Westbrook.
Yeah.
Right? But if you was like, yo, if I knew I'm gonna get this, yo, give me Kyrie.
Absolutely. You want to play this video or you want to talk about it?
No, we don't have to play it. Matter of fact, we can kind of say that for the next week. I do like the NBA dads showing up and like speaking together and talking about their son. Yeah. I actually think that's pretty cool. I hope they have enough material to
keep it going.
You know what I'm saying? Like I hope it goes during the season and they talk about basketball. Yeah. But when it's not the season, instead of like, whose son is better, I hope they talk about themselves and like how they grew up. And because that's always the problem with like celebrity parents. It's like, tell me about you, right? Yeah. I know about your celebrity kid. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
how did you get here?
How did you get here? What got you to get to this point?
That's why we get a Michael Jackson miniseries. Hold on. Come dead ass. We get it. They want to do a story on Joe Jackson.
Yeah.
I would love to know that. Everybody want a Michael Jackson, but nobody want to be Joe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We need a miniseries.
And then you can spin off, just like how we did New Edition and they spent off to Bobby Brown.
Yeah.
You can spin off a miniseries and go off to Joe Jackson and Janet.
Yeah.
Because say what you want, Janet's separate from her brother.
Yeah, she
is. And that career is, they were having a debate on who wins the verses between Beyonce and Janet, and it'd just be interesting to see. I got Beyonce, but that's a whole nother subject. What you got planned this weekend?
Not much, man. School starts next week, so that's about it.
Yeah. Shout out to my mom. It was her birthday this week. Shout out to Mama B.
Happy birthday, Mama B.
Yeah, love you, girl. So, and then this weekend we celebrating Ben's mom. I will be at 2 weddings this weekend. So if you see me, dap me up. Let's take a selfie. My son is here. Roman, come here. I promised him if he did not come in this podcast, I would let him come say, hey, let me see. And for those who came last week, y'all see my son got a haircut. Roman.
Yeah.
See, he on his iPad, man. That's what happened with kids. Oh, never mind. Come here so you can say, hey. Stop running like that, man, like a weirdo. Come here. Tell everybody, hey, you got a new haircut. See, he just like Mike. That's all. Anyway, man, we want to thank y'all.
Looking good with the haircut, brother.
Say you grown now.
Yeah, got the Nike shirt on. We were just trashing Nike.
Now we need a brand deal. Look, and with that, we're going to holler at y'all next time.
Holler at your boy.
Good job, Romy.